Okay, everybody, we are going to start our first project, which is going to be based on the stained glass of the La Sagrada Familia, which is in Barcelona. So we've been studying the work of Antoni Gaudi, and we have been watching the artisans do their thing with the stained glass. So I'm going to set this aside for now. And here I have an example of stained glass from Sagrada Familia. And I'm just going to make a sketch now to flush out my idea for my stained glass. I like a non-objective, abstract piece of art. You may make your stained glass something that is representational if you wish. If you want to make a landscape, which is like, an outdoor scene. If you want to do a gym shoe. If you want to do your dog, you're welcome to do those things, but you'll need to come up with your own example, and I'll help you as much as I can, but, try to stay within a reasonable skill set for yourself, right? And the same being said for don't make it too easy either. This is not a race. It's a marathon. Pace ourselves, right? There is no reward for finishing early. So I'm going to use this as my example now. I have a piece of paper on a clipboard because that's easier for me. I'm going to get a pencil. I have some things that I can trace circles off of. I have a ruler because the design I'm looking at is somewhat geometric. Okie doke. Here we go. So, I'm going to use up the entire piece of paper. Something that is not set in stone, guys, but it's kind of a good rule of thumb with art is you don't want things at the center, okay? You want things off center. So already, just because I put a sun kind of up like this, it's giving me like a landscape feel. And I can go with that if I want. And if I were gonna do something like that, maybe I would have the rays of the sun coming out. And, I could have lines like this. But I want to encourage you to be a little more abstract than that. I want to have a smaller circle. I am going to make some circles coming around even though I'm working abstractly, I'm thinking about that as the sun. And when you look at the sun, you see sunspots. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I'll keep dividing this space. I can just freehand draw. I can use my ruler. But what I have to remember is that in stained glass, your spaces are divided by metal and then the glass is set inside. So this guy here, I can't just have a floating situation. It needs to be met somewhere. And this is looking good. So right now I'm alternating between straight and wavy. I want another one of these. But what else could I be doing? Something that can be drawn with a line. If it's going to have a lot of shading and fur and stuff, that's not going to work. You have to think of it as like almost a coloring book. So. And you don't want any spaces too small or too big. So this is how I think I will start mine.